Erev Tov Rabbi Say, so Shalom Poskim, whether or not before you count Svira, you're allowed to talk about what tonight is. Maybe by naming what we are celebrating tonight, you might have already counted Svira Simon, it's a Shalom Poskim. So we will point out that we are arriving at the Midah. Yesterday was Leiv Ba'omer, right? So tonight we are arriving at the Midah of Sebahod. Sebahod is the day that we celebrate the Hilula de Rashbi. It's worth pointing out, just maybe we'll talk about this a little bit more at the Hilula later this evening, maybe a little bit over Shabbos, that there is an enormous discussion and debate amongst the historians, Mekubalim, Poskim, whether or not this date in Sfiras HaOmer is actually the day that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai died. Meaning that's normatively what people say, that this is the day that Rashbi went up to Shemaim, as is described in the Zohar HaKadosh. Although that is very much not clear that is the case, and it might be as a result of a typo in the Ksavim of Chaim Vital. It refers to this day as Yom Shemes Rashbi, which might well have been originally Yom Simchas Rashbi, not Yom Shemes Rashbi, not the day that Rashbi died, but Yom Simchas Rashbi, the day of the Simcha of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Now, it might also be the day that he died. I'm not saying that that's not necessarily the case, but it seems to be that I think the majority opinion amongst Mekubalim today, I'm talking everybody from the Chida to the Ben Yoyada, to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, to Rav Yaakov Hillel in a enormously well-researched Sefer, Kedarka B'Kodesh, Eid Hagal Hazeh, where the first third is explaining that this is not a celebration of the day that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai died. If it's not the day that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai died, so might be, but that's clearly not what the celebration is about. What are we supposed to be celebrating? So I wrote a little bit about this in the weekly. Ein Shantim Tzanachas, we'll put it on the chat as well. But one angle and avenue that is kedai to think about, and many of the Svarim write like this, is that this is the day that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai got smicha, meaning that he got the smicha from his Rebbe, who was Rabbi Akiva. This is the day that Rabbi Akiva gave Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai smicha, which is a story that the Gemara tells us, that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai basically coerces his Rebbe, Kiviyachal, to teach him Torah. Says to him, you have to teach me, you have to give this to me. And Rabbi Akiva says, no, it's gonna endanger you. He says, it's not, it's good for you to be to give yourself up al Kiddush Hashem. It's good for me too, meaning you, Rabbi Akiva, he was in prison, and he says, you have to teach me Torah as well. And Rabbi Akiva doesn't want to; he doesn't want to endanger his Talmud. And Rashbi insists on it, and Rabbi Akiva teaches him the secrets of the Torah. That he then Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says that follow my midos because they are the truma of the truma, meaning the most refined of the nekuda, the most central aspect of the Torah of my Rabbi Akiva. That is what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai achieves and receives on this day, the midah of Sebahod. Now, what does all of this have to do with Kabbalah? Meaning, what is Kabbalah? So, just very much al regel achas, Kabbalah is Sebahod. The midah of Sebahod is Kabbalah, because what is the midah of Hod, as we have discussed? The midah of Hod is that midah of humility, the midah of gratitude, the midah of acquiescence, the midah of recognizing who we are and who we are not, and what we can still become. That is all in the world of Hod, which is quite literally the translation of the word to be mekabel. What does it mean to be mekabel? To receive, to accept. Meaning, to make yourself a receptacle for something. To say, Ribono Shel Olam, I'm not a finished product. You made me. You made me with tremendous kochas, with big kelim, and I want you to fill that. To fill the kelim that I have with art. To fill the vessels that I have, with the or with light, to fill me up. That's what I'm waiting for. I want to be mekabel. That's the beginning, middle, and end of Sodas HaTorah, of what is referred to as Kabbalah, is learning how to be a mekabel from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Means, I'm not the Baalim on this world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the Baalim on this world. He is in charge. And I can see him everywhere. I can see him talking to me and messaging me through everything in my personal life, in our national life, in the world, in history, past, present, and future, through every pasuk in the Torah, through every letter in a Sefer Torah, from every halacha that you find in the Shas and Shulchan Aruch and Midrash and Rishonim and Achronim, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is speaking to me through His Torah, He's speaking to me through His world, and I am here to be Kabbalah. That's the midah of Hod Shebahod. There's a billion more things to talk about, and Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach, we'll talk about it a little this evening.